Can I put it down now?
Yeah, here.
Well, of course, Aunt Hallie was important to me because she was my mom's identical twin sister. So being with her was always like being with mom. Not that they were just alike, but they were a lot alike. But we grew up overseas, and so trips back to when we made it to Wyoming to be together was really fun. I have a lot of memories, but a couple. We would sit with our cousins in recreational vehicles in the backyard, camping out and playing card games when we got together. And I remember too when my brother Bill was born in Taiwan, and we visited one when we got to Wyoming. Our family was sleeping in their lower level, and Mom and Aunt Hallie were having coffee upstairs. And Bill came up into the kitchen, and he was just so unfamiliar with this idea of twins. He looked from one of them to the other, back and forth, and he didn't know which one was his mom. So he started crying, and they were laughing. So there's a memory. And then when Finn and I were engaged and just newly married, we went out, and Uncle Chuck and Aunt Hallie took us boating and took us water skiing, and we had our dog, a mix of a Doberman in the back with in the back of the boat with their golden retriever. And turning the corner, coming home from the reservoir, Gypsy jumped out of the boat. We had to go back and retrieve her. But it was always fun to come up to Wyoming and see Aunt Hallie and Uncle Chuck and their family that were here. We, when our kids were in kindergarten, we had just moved away from Indonesia, and we had not headed to China yet, and we wanted to go up to Montana to see my great aunt Dorothy. And so Hallie and Chuck were going to take care of 6-year-old, no, I think maybe 5-year-old Dobbin and Denise. We dropped them off and told them, hope we get a good report when we get home. And then Finn and I left to go to Montana. And Hallie all of a sudden was worried that the mutton stew that she had for dinner, my kids, my 5-year-olds, would not like. She didn't realize that after living in Indonesia that was Muslim, no pork there, mutton, goat meat, or lamb was what they ate all the time. So that was no problem. And she got to, David Marine helped them ride horses, and it was a great memory. Most recently, my husband and I would do road trips and would always try to just stop by, see Hallie and Chuck. Either, anyway, coming to Wyoming, spending time with them was always a highlight, and it didn't happen often because of how long we lived overseas. So, lots of good memories of drinking coffee, lots of good memories of sitting out on the deck, watching the hummingbirds, and just enjoying their view, going up to on top of the mountain. I love these Wyoming memories with them, with their family.
Thank you.